Welcome, everyone, to the David Guillen podcast. So excited to have you. I always appreciate the time that you give to us to be able to share with you the wisdom and energy of this week. As always, I try to keep these segments very short to be respectful of your time, where we go over what are the portals and gates of energy, windows in time that are available for us in the next 7 days, so that we can elevate our consciousness and shift to a reality of miracles. As always, the wisdom of Kabbalah, as well as many other modalities that I try to weave into what we share, speaks about our soul's purpose, and that your soul has come to this world to be able to receive all the fulfillment that you could possibly imagine. Desires that you have now, but also desires that you don't even know you have. We are meant to be fulfilled. We are meant to be happy and in love, and to have community, and to have peace, and to have certainty, and to have health, and to have overflowing abundance. This is the destiny of each soul in this world. And the Creator desires to give this to everyone. It just so happens that we have to create the vessel for it. We have to earn that light, as the Kabbalists share. So everything that we learn every week is more of these spiritual laws that we can implement practically and easily with intention in order to create a vessel for miracles. We just completed a 30-day journey where we talked about how to tap into one of the most powerful windows in time. This just got completed in the month of Virgo. We had 25,000 people from all around the world sign up who joined us on a live webinar, cameras on, connecting to one of the most powerful windows in time where we actually determine the destiny of the coming year. We just completed that. And I have been sitting with my team and going over the spiritual, Kabbalistic, and astrological calendars. And we've identified the next window in time that we're going to be doing a journey. And that starts October 3rd. It's 22 days to create miracles that are broken up into two 11-day segments. The first 11 days, we're going to actually explain what is the energy of each day and the window that is available for us to connect to protection, certainty, and the energy of abundance. It's all available in these 11 days. And we're going to learn how to essentially take this wisdom and create miracles in our lives. And then the next 11 days, we're going to be going deeper into the implementation of these concepts. It will consist of 3 live webinars with me, with people from all around the world, expecting 20 to 30,000 people. And we will have daily insight emailed to you on what is the energy of each day, tools that you can use to take action that day, as well as mantras and prayers that you can use every day to elevate your consciousness. It's meant to be just 1 to 2 minutes of spiritual work a day. That is all it takes for us to create miracles. We do not need to go overboard. We do not need to overdo it. 22 days to create miracles. That's the next journey starting October 3rd. And what's really exciting is I have just completed the beta version of my one-on-one AI coaching module. It is so powerful. It is so powerful that I use it on myself, and I'm quite jealous of it. In fact, when I'm going through a challenge, I am speaking to my own AI coaching that I have trained over the last 3 months, and what it is sharing is incredibly deep, incredibly powerful, incredibly intuitive. I've uploaded thousands of hours of content, as well as one-on-one coaching recordings, as well as personally spending a few hours every day to tweak it to my own coaching style and bring in many different modalities that will help you become the best version of yourself. So I've had so many requests from all around the world for one-on-one coaching. Obviously, we have a manpower issue, but the AI works beautifully. Right now, my team is using it. My friends are using it. And they're saying it's incredibly powerful. So that will be given to you for free for 1 month as an exclusive for the journey, the 22-day journey. I'm also going on tour. I'll be in Los Angeles October 5th for my Next Level of Prosperity seminar. I'll be in Dubai October 19th. I'll be in Tel Aviv October 24th, and I'll be in London on the 26th, and then Miami the week of Art Basel, November 29th. And we might sneak in a Chicago in there. We're looking into that, so stay tuned. All right, let's talk about the energy of this week. This is actually a very significant week because starting last Wednesday night until the following Wednesday night, these 7 days are, according to the sages, collapsing time and giving us the ability to cleanse, correct, or change anything for the prior 355 days, because 355 is according to the lunar calendar, while 365 is the solar calendar, and the Kabbalists use the lunar calendar because the lunar means the moon, which represents the vessel, which represents the soul, while the sun, the solar, is also significant, but it represents a different point of view. It's astrological influences that from the point of view of the light of the creator. And the lunar is from the point of view of the vessel, which are the souls. So it is slightly more accurate when it has to do with our own soul correction process. So for example, let's say you're listening to this podcast today, Friday. Today, every thought, word, and action, and any action that we do has the ability, potentially, to cleanse every Friday for the past year. Tomorrow, Saturday, will cleanse every Saturday for the past year. So what you have here is a portal of energy where time has collapsed, and you can literally go back in time to fix something that you've said or done that you wish you never did. The way you do that is how you show up on these days. So what you might feel or experience these days is the return of some of the negative feelings and emotions that you had in the past to give you a final opportunity to cleanse. And so a lot of times people also feel slightly discombobulated, like you're almost in a dream state, like you're almost not yourself this week. And the reason for that is, it's a much deeper lesson that I can't go into right now, but there is, and during this window of time, our soul is actually not fully in our body. It is in the upper worlds in such a way that there is a spiritual accounting that's going on during this period of time. So a person feels almost like in a theta dream state, or they don't fully feel themselves, or they feel a little bit more anxiety, they feel a little bit more judgment, they feel like that feeling you have when someone's watching you, when someone is judging you, or someone's giving you jealousy or evil eye. That could be a little bit of the feeling that we're having now, because that is literally what's happening to the soul in the upper worlds. This is a period of time that the spiritual judge and jury is reviewing our files. And so what is the behavior that we want to have now? We want to be simple. We want to be joyous. We want to not overcomplicate things. You know, when you're in a courtroom, you have humility. You have humility. You are not becoming loud. You are not getting in everyone's face. You are not being obnoxious or judging other people. And so in this period of time, be pleasant, be kind, be humble. You don't have to lose yourself during this time. You don't have to shrink yourself during this time. Quite the opposite. We're going to share that this is not a time to shrink yourself. But you have to be conscious of the fact that don't make it about you. Don't make it about what you're missing or what's not fair to you. Don't make this a period of time where you're judging other people. Why? Because the way we remove judgment on ourselves is by seeing the good in other people. When we can find the good that is happening in our day, the good that is happening in the possessions that we have, the good in let's say you live in a home. You live in a home and you're kind of tired of the home. You're always seeing what's wrong with the home and you wish you had a different house. But the truth is, when you first moved in, you thought it was amazing. Same with your relationship. You were so appreciative. You did not see any flaws when you were in love. As time goes on, you start to see the flaws. You start to point things out. You start to want them to change this and that. The love is still there, but gradually we become nitpicky and we become people who make comments. Oh, why'd you do this? Oh, why do you act like that? Why do you dress like this? Why do you look like that? Why do you behave like this? Why do you sit like that? Why do you breathe like that? Right? This energy we want to remove. We want to elevate to a place of kindness and a place of seeing good. If you do that, this is how you cleanse all the negativity from the past. Simple kindness is how we're cleansing all the negativity from the past. So that is one thing I wanted to share about this window in time. October 3rd, which I'll talk about more in the next podcast, and the 22 days to create miracles begins a new energy. And we'll discuss that when we come to it. Another major concept, or the last concept we'll talk about before we do a little meditation, is this is the period of time where we're also tapping into our desire. Who are we? What do we stand for? What's our purpose in this world? If you want to know, now is the time you can find out. If you want to know why your soul came to this world, now is the time you can find out. If you want to know what your true superpower is, how you can bring light to this world, the destiny that has been written for you, where when you reach it, the abundance flows endlessly. You can tap into that now. If you're looking for love, and you know that love doesn't mean no challenges. Everybody knows that. Every relationship has its challenges. But you want that relationship where every time you look at that person, even when they're annoying you, even when they're being difficult in your life, you have respect for them. You feel so appreciative that you have them, even in the midst of challenges. You have this love that you feel towards them, where you genuinely think about them first before you're thinking about yourself. And even when there's some pleasure you want to enjoy, or some food you want to eat, or some place you want to go, you think about them first. It comes naturally to you. This is the type of love that means there's a connection, soul connection, because they're tied to your soul. The way Adam and Eve were tied together. It says that Eve came from the side or the rib of Adam, which means that their souls are interlaced. And so they felt each other all the time. And that's the relationship that we want in our lives. So that love relationship, if it resonates with you as I'm speaking, it also means that it is potentially part of your movie this year. It's potentially part of your destiny. If you desire it, it means it desires you. If it's something you crave, it means it craves you. This man or woman wants to be in your life. They want to be in your life. And even if you're in a relationship where you don't feel that way, maybe you've been in a relationship for a long time. Maybe it's a marriage that you feel has gone stale. It doesn't matter. I've seen everything change in a moment. Yes, there's a chance you may not be together this year. There is a chance. But there's also a chance, miraculously, that the person can change. The energy between the two of you can change. So you have to have that certainty. It is available to you this year, but only if you know that it is available. Only if you have certainty will this reality be a reality for you. Do you have certainty that this year, maybe even this week, maybe even tomorrow, all your financial problems can go away? All of your relationship, love, intimacy problems can go away in one moment. You can find someone in the blink of an eye and feel a way you've never felt before. Do you believe that with certainty? Do you believe that all your healing can come in the blink of an eye? You must know that it can. It can happen tomorrow. It can happen next week. It can happen sometime this year. But there is no problem that the Creator cannot solve. There is nothing in this world that when the light is turned on, cannot solve. And you have the power to turn on the light at any moment, especially right now. I'm officiating this wedding on Sunday night. And the story of this wedding is actually very interesting. I probably officiated about 20 weddings in my life. It's something I used to do much more of, and not something I do so much more today. But I was at the gym about 3 years ago in Equinox. And there was a machine I needed to use. There was somebody sitting at the machine for a while. Sorry. was someone sitting in the machine for a while, and I didn't know she was on her phone. I didn't know if she knew that there was somebody waiting. So I asked her, I said, can I work in? And she was very nice. She smiled, this and that. And I sat down on the machine, I started using it, and we started talking. Apparently, she had just moved to Los Angeles, was going through a breakup, didn't know what I do or anything of the sort. I kind of kept out of that discussion. And we started talking about relationships, and then I started to say that I do teach Kabbalah and spirituality, and I tried to share a little bit with her. Long story short, over the next year, I probably saw her over 20, 30 times. I invited her to come to seminars of mine and so many different things. And I remember one of the things she said to me after having gone through a very difficult breakup and talking about how difficult the men in Los Angeles are and the dating scene, all these things. It was a very like she was in her darkest place. And I just kept telling her, I said, you must have certainty that if you do your spiritual work, beyond your logic, this man will manifest. And she was just already so hopeless even about Los Angeles. She thought about maybe moving or moving back home to the UK. And over again, I just told her, come to the classes, learn and have certainty. Do your work. She would start to work on herself and work on her insecurities and work on her fears. And she took level 1, which for those of you who only listen to my podcast, please, please, please listen to yourinfinitesoul.com. It's my level 1 masterclass, and you can pay anything you want for it. So it's not even a financial thing. Those 3 hours teach you the structure of your soul and what to do to create miracles. So I had her listen to that. And I probably saw her once every 2-3 weeks. After a year, she told me that she met this incredible man who didn't live here, lived in Texas, successful, had a successful business, all these things. This man fell so in love with her and was so different than any man she had before that he even left a very successful career to come to Los Angeles to be with her. Long story short, a year later, they're getting married. And this is the marriage that is happening Sunday night. I hadn't seen her in a while, so I lost touch. And then we ran into each other about a month ago. And she invited me to the wedding. And then I said to her, I said, I don't usually do this, but if you don't have anybody to officiate, I'm happy to also do that. Because for me, it was such a full circle moment. And I felt there was so much light that was revealed by the work that she did, the certainty that she had, the elevation of consciousness. And I'm telling you, she was in a situation where she was literally about to leave the city, literally about to leave and go back home. And I said to her, I said, because you want to go back home, because it's difficult, because you see total darkness here in Los Angeles, this is where you stay and you do the work. Do not run away from the pain and the darkness. In fact, lean into it. Lean into the difficulty. And I thought that was very beautiful. And so this is the wedding that is happening Sunday night. And I didn't even think about the story as I started the podcast, but it is a prime example of no matter what you're going through in life, your reactive side, the tikkun within our soul, that part of us that we need to change, the fears. The only reason we came to this world, it is constantly trying to convince us to numb the pain, to run away from the pain. It is constantly giving us more and more limited beliefs about life, about love, about abundance. We start to believe these limitations. We start to believe that the good relationships don't exist. We start to believe that marriage is tainted. We start to believe that there's not enough money to go around or enough opportunity to go around. We start to believe that we're getting older, and if we're getting older, it means that we're not as attractive. And if we're getting older, it means it's harder to have children. And if this and all these limitations we start to create, and they're all nonsense. The Creator has no limitation. The Creator has no end. The Creator has no age. The Creator has no rules. It's just pure, endless light. And so when we act like that light, all the gates open up. And yes, I've given this example 1,000 times before. When you shift to your highest vibration and you stay there consistently, the person who is your soulmate, who lives on the other side of the world, will become activated and will come looking for you and will even leave his or her city and fly to be with you. They will feel this need to come to your city, to Los Angeles, to New York, to Miami, to London, to Manila, to come to Brazil, to come anywhere. They will come to you. They will come to you. What the light of the Creator cannot arrange someone to be inspired to leave their hometown to come to you. That is the power you have. That is the power you have. And now more than ever, surrender the limitations. Surrender the limited beliefs. What limited belief do you have right now that is holding you back? What is the story you tell yourself of why something cannot happen or most likely will not happen? Are you as excited about this moment in your life and the way you look and the way you feel as you were when you were 22 years old, when you were 28? Do you believe you have as much opportunity? Do you believe you are as youthful? The other day I was doing my meditation in the morning, and I just kept telling myself, and I started to think to myself, what did my body feel like when I was 18 years old? I'm 41 now. But when I was 18, how did I feel? Well, what kind of energy did I have? Did I have pain in my body? Did I have, what was that feeling? And then I told myself, there's no difference between when I was 18 and when I'm 41. And I told my body, that is the light. That is what it is, because there is no time. And I told my body, you are 18. You are not 41. End of story. So now we are going out into the day, and you will have the energy level of 18. You will have the strength of 18. You will have all the things of 18. But it's the maturity and wisdom, not even just of 41, but of endless, because I only want the light of the Creator to be able to guide me when it comes to my decisions in life. But I decide that. Do not let your body decide that. Do not let your surroundings decide that. Do not allow your title, or if you are divorced, are you now considering your divorcee? Or maybe you have kids and you think it's difficult now to find a relation. All of these things are false, categorically false. What is the limitation that you have in your mind? And are you ready to surrender it? You are ready to surrender it. Let's do a meditation now to help us elevate out of the vibration of limitation and see where it takes us to an endless realm of miracles. Take a moment to close your eyes and check in with your body. Know that your body is a perfect and beautiful vessel for your soul. And your soul is a perfect and beautiful vessel for the light of the Creator. Did you know that your soul is trying to communicate with your body, to give you wisdom, to give you vision, to give you clarity and certainty? Sometimes, because of our own negativity, our own need to be reactive, or our own need to hold on to our doubts and fears, that message, that signal from the soul can't come through. I want you to visualize now your body and soul coming together as one. And there is no curtain, no limitation between the two. There is a constant and complete flow of energy and light and wisdom. The right words, the right ideas, the right thoughts, the right desires are flowing between the body and the soul. There is now no difference between your body and soul. They become merged into oneness. Your body feels light. Your body is translucent now. Your body is now elevating to a vibration that it is almost non-existent, but existent at the same time. You have certainty. You have joy. You have peace in your heart. There is no pain in your body. There is no hatred. There's no judgment. In fact, you feel this overwhelming love pulsing, vibrating. You feel this heat, this happiness all over you. This is who you are. You are perfect, and you are whole exactly as the Creator made you at this moment. You have the most youthful energy you've ever had. You have the best skin. You have the best hair. Your heart is stronger than it's ever been. Your organs are healthy and clean and vibrant. Every part of you is entering its embryonic state, and it's just light. I remember a year ago, a woman coming to a seminar of mine who had this disease, this pain. Her mother gave her a ticket and had her go. She didn't even know what she was coming to. But she heard a podcast right before coming, and we did a version of this meditation of healing. She said within 24 hours, her condition was reversed. And it was a great miracle. It's not that it's a great miracle. It's that is the real reality. This reality of sickness and pain and doubts. This is not the norm. This is the exception. You are living now only in the miraculous reality. Anything you want to achieve this year, anything you desire desires you, and you can call it in right now.